For many of you, I imagine this week's patch is like any other content patch. We got a new Diana skin. Fun fact, it's actually made by one of my good friends, Calamari. Good job, good job, good job. We got a new sidekick. We got new taunt, new avatars, everything like that. But would you believe me if I told you there was a hidden, secret content update not announced anywhere on any Brawlhalla webpage, any Brawlhalla feed? And it's this. An exclusive title, which I apparently can't say that word, called Partnered Creator. Very cool. To explain the story of this title here, we're gonna need to go back a couple years to when I first started making videos. Or not really when I first started making videos, because I've made videos for a long time. Like when I was a little kid I made videos and stuff. But like actually posting videos related to Brawlhalla. I really started doing it regularly in September of 2018. So that's 2 years ago now. And oh, are they AFK? No, I got tricked. I got goofed on. Yeah. And by regularly, okay, we're using that term a little bit generously because I never really had a regular upload schedule, I guess until now. But yeah, so I started posting and I made videos for about a year. Oh, okay, we'll continue next game. So I made videos for about a year, and then almost exactly 1 year later, September 2019, I get a direct message from the official Brawlhalla account on the good old Twitters. And they basically tell me, hey, what's up? We like what you're doing. We enjoy your videos, and we want to try something out in the coming however long, months, years, weeks. I don't know. I don't remember the exact message, but it was something like that. And like, we're gonna try something out called a partner program, and would you be interested in something like that? And I just felt like, whoa, what the heck is going on here? Cause I don't know, I felt like I was just kind of doing my own thing, making dumb videos where I just say poo-poo, and and apparently someone at BMG liked them, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And so I was like, you know what? I had my reservations. I felt a little bit like, okay, maybe I don't deserve this. There's probably other people that are like, you know, better at whatever than me, and but then I thought, you know what? I might as well take this opportunity. It could be something cool, and stuff like this doesn't come around all the time. I'm extremely lucky and fortunate to even have the platform, so I might as well make the most of it. And so I said yes. I was like, okay, I'll participate in this partner program, and you know, I'm excited to see what y'all have to offer. So they're like, yep, okay, that sounds great, you know, we'll keep in touch, send us your email, everything like that, all that professional mojo, whatever. And I was like, okay, wait, this is looking a little bit much. I'm getting a little nervous. But, you know, a little bit of time goes by, and it's like, okay, well, maybe things are going back to normal. They make a little server, and we're like, oh, hey, we see all the other creators in, I guess, the beta portion of the program where it's just a trial run, and they're like, hey, yeah, so this is a server, y'all can talk about stuff in here, but keep things on the down low. We're not announcing this yet. We're just prepping for things to come. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So believe it or not, I know everyone likes to say I'm a big leaker, but I didn't leak it. Not a leaker at all, actually. No proof at all in any situation ever that I have ever leaked anything ever. So that happens, and then about a month later, because at the start they essentially said, hey, you know, this is a program created for y'all, so if y'all have any ideas or anything that you would like to see, let us know, and we can get back to you and talk about it and stuff like that. So the way I read that is basically just, okay, maybe I'm a bit cynical, but it's like, hey, we can talk about this, but most of the time we're not gonna do, like, your ideas will probably be bad for X and Y reason, because let's be honest here, people like me have no idea about business or anything like that at all, so they'd probably be right. And that's just my insecurity about my own, like, worth, I guess, to this system or this program or to this community in general. They didn't say any of that, because to my surprise, I was actually proven wrong in that whatever automatic assumption about what kind of jargon that business speak is, because I actually did have a bunch of ideas for stuff to do with a program like that, and after a month, I thought, you know what, I'll bring them up. I felt really strange about it. I'd never suggested anything to like a company before or people at a company before, and especially in a situation like this, in a program like this, where I feel already extremely fortunate to even be a part of it. I mean, it's an extremely lucky opportunity to have a you know, to have a platform at all, and then to be recognized by the people that make the game that you love, it's extremely lucky, and not everyone gets that opportunity. And so I felt like I didn't want to jeopardize it or anything like that by saying, oh, here, you know what, y'all are doing terrible, here are some things that you should do better. Like, no, obviously that's not what I would say, and that's not what I was thinking, but I was worried that that might be what gets across if I were to do anything like that. But I really did want to suggest the things because I thought they were good ideas, and I really did believe in my ideas, so I did it. I wrote a very long email, a lengthy email, to the opening, or I guess the address that they suggested partners use. And keep in mind, I get a lot of like email anxiety. I don't know if y'all get this, so let me know, because I'm sure I'm not the only one. But when I write an email, I reread it like 3 or 4 times, and then I proofread it like 3 or 4 more times, and then I check the subject title and the name of the address of the person I'm sending like 3 or 4 more times, and then I just keep rereading it over and over and over again to the point where it doesn't even like make sense in English anymore. The words don't even, you can't even read the words. It just looks like a garble of letters. You know, if you look at something for long enough and it just loses all its meaning, and you look at a letter for long enough and it's just this weird shape and it doesn't even make sense anymore, it's like that. It's like that. And then I send the email, and then I just undo the send because I'm like, wait, what if I had a typo? What if something went on? And then I read it over like 3 or 4 more times, and then I send it again, and then I panic and I read it over again after sending it, and then I'm like, okay, it's done. That's for an ordinary, you know, normal email. Nothing to do with anything. No consequence whatsoever. That's how much I worry about a normal email. And so this, you can imagine that I felt, what's the word? Significantly more anxious about it. Because on the one hand, it's just, you know what, I'm just a creator. It doesn't have that much consequence. It is what it is. If they say no, they say no. Not a big deal. On the other hand, though, you gotta imagine how many emails that Brawlhalla has to sift through of people just giving ideas and saying, hey, I feel like you guys should do this, and I feel like you guys should do this and this and this and this and this, and most of it is probably just, why? So I felt kind of bad. I felt kind of weird. I was like, am I crossing a line here? Am I just adding on to that pile of just, you know, muck that they have to sift through to get through all their emails and their support tickets and everything like that, and all their reports? Like, am I just adding to the pile? Am I part of the problem? But, you know, like I said, I believed in my ideas, and I legitimately thought they could be helpful for not just the community, but for the game itself. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. So I fired off this email. It's very long. It talks a lot about this idea about cross-promotion, or using partnered creators in order to promote certain events or certain Brawlhalla things. And especially one of the things that I had highlighted was tournaments, and saying like, hey, you know, if a creator on YouTube, for example, talked about this upcoming tournament on Twitch, then a lot of people that didn't even know Brawlhalla even had tournaments would be able to see it, and they'd be like, oh cool, I would check this out. And it would be this way to expand the competitive community and get a larger audience. And at the time, this was October of 2019, we weren't even close to having viewership rewards or anything like that, so this was you know, now our viewership is kind of ridiculous with viewership rewards, but at the time it was pretty small. And so I was like, oh, okay, maybe this could help grow the competitive community. And so I fired off the email. I talked a lot about, you know, this and this and this. It was, I believe, around the time of the Hellboy update, which is kind of fitting because we got this map. Also, by the way, you may notice that it sounds a little bit different. That is a little bit of editing magic. I recorded the first part of this video, or I was recording, right after waking up, and now I am recording right before going to sleep because I had to go to the doctor, and I got my flu shot and my blood tested. So now I'm a Superman boy, but I'm also very tired. So that explains the state that I am in at the moment. But anyway, so yeah, I believe it was Hellboy, and I was talking a little bit about how, you know, if someone's not super keeping up to date with the news from the official Brawlhalla accounts or stemming from those sources, you know, the information doesn't only have to come from Brawlhalla. You know, what if it came from creators as well? And that would be a way to not only grow creator communities, but also build up hype for the actual events. And those creators were likely going to make stuff about it anyway, so to give them maybe early access or information or something like that would be kind of cool. So that was the idea, pretty much. And like I hinted at earlier, to my surprise, the response was great. It was it was actually very great. It was extremely surprising to me because they basically said, "Hey, this is a great idea. We're gonna talk about this internally, and we'll get back to you with any updates." And I'm like, "Yep, that sounds great, sir." Like, I'm kind of freaking out a little bit because look, again, I've never done anything like this. I'm already email anxious. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just a little kid who likes to make videos and likes to have people watch them and just does this because it's fun. And now here I am. I don't know, talking to the people that actually make the game. So I was freaking out a little bit. But anyway, they said, yeah, we'll get back to you. And I'm like, cool. Played it off very cool, very professional. You know, as you can expect from me, just the most professional person, definitely. As I probably should have not had my name be PooBoy2006 in this video. Probably the wrong video to have it, but, you know. Oh, I picked that up instead of my weapon. I didn't get a combo there. But anyway, so they say, we'll get back to you. I'm like, cool. And they do, and they say, yeah, we talked about this, and we're gonna use this idea, or we're gonna do something with this at the very least. So stay tuned. Stay aware. Keep your eyes peeled, your eyes open. So I'm like, yeah, wide open. Eyes are wide. Did they mean to catch that, or did they mean to pick up the weapon? To be honest, I don't know. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt though, and say they meant to pick that up, because that was a nice catch. I spaced that so poorly. So that's the response, and as you can imagine, it takes a while for anything to come of it, because stuff like content in a game like Brawlhalla, especially a game like Brawlhalla, takes a long time. I mean, if we're talking crossovers, you gotta imagine, I don't even know how long, probably 9 months or something, between when they know they're doing a crossover and when it actually comes out in the game. Because you got to deal with the legal IP of whatever company you're dealing with. Maybe it's WWE, maybe it's Cartoon Network, whatever it is. You got to deal with that. Then you actually got to make the thing. Then you got to organize and strategize and get everyone on board on Nintendo, in Microsoft, in Sony, in Apple, in Android, which is Android Microsoft? I don't know. And then Steam, and you got to get them all to put out the patch at the same time. And there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. So you gotta imagine, like, something that I'm talking about in this idea, a big content thing, or a tournament, or whatever it is, takes a lot of planning. So it's a bit of radio silence for a little while, which is definitely understandable. Also, something to keep in mind is this is the period that I just didn't make any videos. I couldn't make any videos. My PC broke, and I didn't have one for 4 months. So the partner program thing was in September. I didn't have a PC from September, like, 10th. Or September 6th to January, like, 20th or something like that. It's some range like that. And so during the time of sending off, wow, I can't believe that didn't kill. Of sending off this email and getting that response and stuff, I wasn't making anything anyway. So it's not like I could have done anything to begin with. But cut ahead a bunch of months to May. Now, if you're aware of the timeline that I'm talking about, then you know what I'm getting at here. Because in May, well, actually, I don't know. Did it come out in May? I don't know. But in May, basically, I get an email. And it's, hey, we have this big thing coming up. Don't tell anyone. And we want to see if creators would be interested in doing some reveals for it. And what was this? You ask, you ponder, you question? The first ever Battle Pass. And I get this email, and I think to myself, wait, this is it? This is what they were talking about. This is the thing. This is the, we're gonna talk about this internally. This is it. And so I'm like, you know what? Yes, absolutely. And so we do it. And partnered creators end up revealing the stuff for the Battle Pass, and it ends up working out. It ends up being very, very cool. Now, something I want to point out is that I'm not saying any of this to take any credit or anything, although that might be what's getting across. This is probably the most egotistical video I've ever made, but I really, that's definitely not the goal of it, but that probably, it would be naive of me to think otherwise. But yeah, it was just cool. All execution definitely goes to the developers, give them the credit, and everyone who made their own individual parts. I only had a small part to play. I made a weapon tier list thing with Boomy. That was a lot of fun. People seem to really enjoy it, which is cool. So, all I had was an initial idea, and did that move just drop? Okay, we're not going to talk about that. Ideas are very cheap. Ideas, anyone can have an idea, but I think what really makes stuff valuable is when they can be grounded in reality, when they can be executed upon. And so, again, all I had was an idea, and I didn't do any of the background work or anything like that, so don't give me any credit. But it did, at the very least, feel validating. Like, you know, maybe I'm not a complete stupid, dumb idiot brain. Maybe I can have a good idea once in a while. Only half semi-stupid idiot brain. Dumbo, big Dumbo, Dumby. Yeah, it was validating at the very least to see that, you know what, maybe I had something good there, because I was really worried. If I'm being honest, I messaged a bunch of my friends before shooting off that email with talking about these things. I was like, was this a bad thing to do? Should I say this? Should I send this? Am I going too far? Is this bad? Is this good? I was just worried. But yeah, I mean, it felt kind of good. It felt kind of good to say, hey, maybe this thing that I thought of actually worked. Maybe it was good. Maybe I had something. You know, and again, absolutely no credit to me. Do not, no credit to me. The actual execution of it completely goes to the devs and behind the scenes. But yeah, that's all. It just felt kind of good, because I don't know, I don't really believe in myself that much. So for something as small as this to actually work, it's like, wow, that's kind of cool. Maybe I had something. But anyway, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse now. I'm just repeating myself. So that was season 1, and it was cool, and it was a success, and I was like, nice. Maybe we should do this again. And so we're like, okay. Season 1 ends. 12 weeks go by for season 1 to end, and then, you know, time needs to pass in between battle pass seasons, so it doesn't just get overwhelming, and you gotta have some off-season time. So off-season kicks in, and then we get another email. We're like, hey, Season 1 was cool. Would you like to do Season 2? And I'm like, hell yeah. Season 2, by the way, it's gonna be Synthwave. What do you think about that? Hell yeah. So we do Season 2. And, I make an iguana fart. So, really, end of the day. Also, that video I got copyright claimed with the Season 2 Val reveal because I put Hard Knock Life in it. Why would I not get copyright claimed? Kind of more proof that I'm just stupid idiot dumb brain. That missed combo also more proof that I'm stupid idiot dumb brain. But why would I not get copyright claimed for it? I am just very stupid. But anyway, that's that. So season 2 worked out pretty cool, lots of fun, and that's kind of up to date for where we are now, given that season 2 just ended. So that's a bit of a storyline for you. And in this patch, little hidden patch note, not announced anywhere, they put the title for the people in the program in the game, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that's the video. That's the story. I hope it wasn't like very egotistical. I really worry about it. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm bragging or, you know, trying to make people envious and stuff like that. I just thought it was an interesting story, so I wanted to share it. But if it made you feel bad, then that's my fault, and I apologize in advance for that. Now that 2020 is coming to a close, it's currently December 11th, and I think a lot of people are starting to reflect on the year, and you know, we all know this year was terrible, but I was just thinking back about this story, and it's kind of small, it's kind of insignificant, but that's also why I like it. Okay, I guess this map just has a giant ceiling, because I feel like I've done that a couple times now, but yeah, it's a tiny story about overcoming something really, really tiny, and it's just this anxiety about, like, what am I worth to people, and are my ideas worth sharing? Does what I have to say matter? And seeing or proving myself, and I always tell myself no, or there's a voice in my head always telling me no, and this one time when I had just a tiny idea, it's really not even that big, and they were probably gonna do it anyway, honestly. They were probably gonna come to it anyway, so I probably didn't even do anything. But just for me to be able to tell myself, you know what? I don't want to send this email. I don't think what I have to say matters. I don't think anyone cares about, like, anything that I'm saying. I don't think anyone would notice if, like, one day I just stopped making videos. Like, stuff like that, whatever I would tell myself, it's like, okay, I can't kill them. They are unkillable off the top of the map. This is just fact. I gotta do kill off the side because it is impossible. But, and I told myself, no, you know what? I'm just gonna try something, I'm gonna shoot in the dark, and maybe I'm right. You know, maybe that voice in my head, or part of this voice in my head, everything they're telling me, maybe it's completely correct, but I'm not gonna let it give it the chance to let me talk myself out of something that I actually genuinely want to do. So I did it, and something came of it, which is extremely lucky, and fortunate, I guess, for the story, because now it has a good ending. It's not just like, yeah, no, I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. Turned out nothing happened. Which honestly, that would be a fine story too, and I'd be fine with telling that one. But this one, I guess, has a more textbook conclusion, which is that something cool happened, and something cool will probably still continue to happen from it, which is kind of nice and kind of cool, and I'm happy about that. But yeah, there's the story. Again, as 2020 ends, people start to get a little more reflective, I guess. I've been noticing in content, and I've been feeling it too. I've definitely been feeling it. I can't help but feel anything but extremely, and I know I've said extremely like 7 times in a row in this video, but I don't have any other word, because again, to reiterate, big dumb small, big smooth dumb smooth brain. So I'm just extremely lucky, and I'm so glad that that I get to make videos, and I'm happy that y'all enjoy them, if you do. And if you don't enjoy them, then you don't have to watch them. It's okay, I understand. I probably wouldn't watch them either. I probably wouldn't watch them either. But yeah, I don't mean to get all sappy or anything, but 2020 has been, in terms of content, I mean, I started out the year after not being able to make stuff for 4 months, and I was busy in school. I couldn't make the one thing I really wanted to make, which was that improvement guide. And then I finally got to do it this summer, and I'm really happy I did. And I don't know, just in terms of numbers and growth and everything, it's been a crazy year. But beyond that, the projects I've been able to do, the conversations I've been able to have with members of the community, the people I've been able to meet online, it's been nice. So thank you, Brawlhalla. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I mean, here's to just making some more dumbass videos in the future.